It is a good day to stay indoors. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I want to do a hair sticking out. I have a lot of hair sticking out. It's the static. My hair is so thin, and this winter static just makes it stick straight up in the air. Anyway, I wanted to do an update on all my cross stitch progress. I didn't do a video last week. I just got too busy with work, and I didn't do video this past weekend, and I thought, well, I have high intentions of trying to update every week, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so busy all the time, so I put it off. I need to have a quiet time. I mean, you've seen some of my videos where I have dogs and babies and everything, and I just can't really go through the video uninterrupted. So I need to have a time when everyone's asleep, when it's, you know, a calm, quiet day, and they're very few and far between. So I might go back to just doing this once a month, but in any case, I thought I'd do an update of everything I've been working on in January. So some of this might be on repeat, and it's in no real order because I just have it kind of all stacked over here. But I wanted to show you everything I've been doing, and then we'll go fresh from there. And I'll probably just see you again at the end of February. It's just a lot less stressful for me that way. So without further ado, I'll start with the first thing I worked on in January, which is this Peacock Unicorn Badger by Scarlet Letter. So I'm very excited to get back into this. It feels like ages ago when I worked on it, because I worked on it the first 3 days of January, and it's been so long. So I'm actually probably going to start working on this again today for my stitching time this evening, because it's so enjoyable. I love the colors and how they're all kind of playing together so far. So this is where, sorry, I have to, let me put this behind it. Okay, I'm ready. This is where we're at. So this is what I got done at the beginning of the month, which is up in this corner here. And there's a little bee right there, and I think I'm going to start working my way down to get this bee and this, what I think is a partridge or a sparrow or some sort of bird. But I'm going to work on those next and make my way over to this giant peacock. So, you know, I'm just up in this corner. So that's one thing. Another sampler I'm doing is Day and Night by Long Dog Samplers. So, yeah, Day and Night. So I started in the middle here, and now I'm kind of working my way through this area right here with this one. So here I am. I did not do my little man's little legs because I didn't have the floss color. So I'm going to have to go back and I have it now, so I'm going to have to go back in and stitch those in to get that finished. But anyway, and I have a little bit of, I got chocolate here. My son got chocolate there. So if anyone has any suggestions on how to get chocolate out, I'm afraid if I try without knowledge, I'm just going to set the stain in and make it worse. So I'm just kind of leaving it there for now. But anyway, that's where we're at with that one. I'm hoping to make my way, wait a minute. Yeah, over here to this church area, but more so like getting these little people in. I'm working in that section this month. And trying to find my other, here it is. My other long dog sampler is quilts, which I'm making for my mother as a surprise gift. I'm hoping to get this done by the end of the year. Anyway, this is quilts. So I'm working in this top section here. I've finished most of this area. I'm going to work on this house and then this bottom section. And then I should have that whole, I'm hoping to get this whole area completed this month in February. But that is where we're at. I really like the colors in this. This is one of my favorites that I'm working on. I think it's turning out really nicely. Okay. In the theme of samplers, I'm also doing Hello Pumpkin by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I did the Hello Deer stitch along in the winter, and now I'm going back and doing Hello Pumpkin, which is a previous stitch along. And then they're going to have the other two spring and summer seasons of trees in the future. But I'm doing this on 14 count, which is huge to me. But that's what I did the first one on, so I'm trying to keep them all consistent. So this is not in a frame right now because I'm short a Q snap, but I did some more of this, and let me put this behind it. Okay. There. So last month I did the owl and like just this area. So January I came up in here and all of this I added for January. So I'm trying to get up through to the top, then work my way around and kind of get this whole section completed. And then over here, this is the start of a hedgehog, I think. So I might get that little guy done too. Okay. I did a little of my dragon sampler, which I'll put a picture in. This one I haven't really worked on a whole lot, and I didn't get a chance to work on it again, but I find that I originally wanted to make it into a pillow, but it's way too big. All the 4 squares are way too big to make a pillow. So, and I don't think it's going to line up right to only do 1 square with the border the way it is. So I'm thinking about making it into the middle of a quilt instead. I'm going to have to ask my mom because she will be the one doing the quilting part of it. But anyway, my daughter kind of picked out this pattern and the color. So I'm making this for her, my 12-year-old. So anyway, I have just a little bit more done. So I did a little bit more of this pattern down here. And then I did these and brought this down. So I only spent a day on it. Maybe did 250 stitches. So not a lot. There's too many other things I'm more excited about right now. So I haven't done a whole lot of work with it. But that's kind of the one I fall back on when I finish everything else and I have time. Like I finished all the things I wanted to work on and I had time left over. So I went back and did that. And spent a day working on that. The problem was yesterday, the day that I did it, I kept getting called out. So I'd do a couple stitches and then I'd get a phone call. It was snowing and I'd have to go out in the weather. I had a death that I had to go pronounce at midnight. Well, I mean, it was like 10. By the time I got down there, it was 11. By the time I got home, it was 12:30 in the morning. And this was in the middle of a blizzard. So I was not keen. There are some days I really just hate my job. Usually I love it, but some days, like last night, I was pretty bummed. All right. Sorry if I'm hitting okay. My last sampler that I'm working on is the Linen and Threads 2019 sampler. And I finished the month of January it's a stitch along sampler, and I finished the month of January working on February, which is all the framing, the borders of all the different other parts of the picture. And it was hard to do in a smaller, because I like to use the 11 by 11 frames. They work better. I like them even better than the 11 by 17 because I'm doing it in hand. I don't have a floor stand because I stitch in bed, and I haven't found one that really works like sideways. And maybe I will. I haven't put a whole lot of effort into finding one, but anyway, so it was hard to kind of line up all the borders, all the boxes of the linen thread. So I put it in my 17 by 17 inch frame, which I hate this frame. I hate stitching in this frame, but it's just really the only thing I can use to make this work. So after I finish this border, I'm going to take it out of this frame, but this is where it is for now. So you'll have to pardon the wrinkles, because it was kind of, a lot of the fabric was shoved into a smaller, Q-snap, and so it got really wrinkly. But aside from that, this is where we're at. So here we go. That's all I got done. I have a lot to do. I had hoped to get it done by the end of February, but there's just too much to do, because I still have to do all this area down here, everything over here and here. It's too much. So maybe the end of March I'll get it done. But that is my last sampler. Now I do have a small project. I'm making ornaments for my coworkers for Christmas next year. So I want to make 10 ornaments. There's 10 different designs on my animal ornaments I got on Etsy. I can't remember the store name. I'll put it in the video. But so I'm trying to do an ornament a month. So I finished my one for January. This is my if I can catch in the sun, bear. It's my little animal bear. And I'm going to go back later. I'm going to put these in little hoops to make, like, little cross stitch hoops to make them into ornaments, and I'm going to put everyone's name, stitch their name into the ornament later. I'm just not sure who I'm going to give what ornament to, so I'm waiting to do that until closer to the holiday season. So, and then I started working on my next animal, which is going to be an owl. You can kind of see he wears a scarf, and you can see his little feathers in his chest. And this base, his legs are back stitched. There's a lot of specialty stitches, back stitches. This one has some French knots in it. So I'm kind of discovering new things as I go along, because I usually just do a basic cross stitch pattern. And then as far as my full coverage pieces, I have my Legend of Zelda piece that I'm working on. So I am part of the No New Starts 2021 challenge, and they do small events to help keep you motivated, I guess. And one of the events they do is they did a Scrabble event where they draw Scrabble letters, and of the letters they draw, I think they draw 10. You have to make a word that is associated with a project that you're working on. So of the letters they drew, my husband came up with the word, he came up with the word blade. So I use that for my Legend of Zelda piece because Link is holding a sword in it. And I had not gotten to the point where I'd be working on that, but I thought, well, it would be fitting to do that for this challenge. So I kind of counted out the stitches and figured out where the sword would be positioned. And so I spent the earlier part of my time with this piece working on oh, sorry, there's something stuck in this Q-snap. Anyway, I spent earlier time in this piece working on the sword. So anyway, so I did that. That's, what I did for the cross stitch challenge, for the Scrabble challenge for January. I also added a little bit to his tunic here. That's all new up in here. Worked a little bit in this area and a little bit in getting that purple accent to Zelda's hair. So it's kind of a little all over the place. And I thought about that when I was doing it, because this is really kind of, I went off, I started off with good intentions. Up here, I used full coverage. And then I just kind of went a little, off script and just kind of jumping all over the place. So I think I might go back this in February and just try to fill in some of these confetti pieces. There's a lot of little bits here of confetti that I could easily finish this whole area, this whole strip, if I fill them in. By Zelda's face, like this is all done up to her face. So I could do some here. This has some confetti that I could put in. So I might not show a lot of progress by the end of February, but a lot of the core element of what needs to be done will be done, because the confetti needs to be taken care of. And it's not a lot of confetti. There's a lot of openings in here. I could definitely get this all filled in too. So I could get this whole section kind of flushed out. And then I really want to get back to finishing her hair. I've been doing that for months, working on her hair. So those are my future goals for that one. And then I'm working also on Red-Haired Cat, which is this weird, quirky image that I'm making for my daughter. I call it Red-Haired Cat because that's what it's called on Etsy. But the cat looks just like her cat. Although lately he's been sleeping in our bed. And I don't know why, but he's just hanging out with us lately. So my husband thinks it's because he lets him outside. Because he'll take the dog out and he'll let the cat go outside too. And then when he comes in, the cat comes in with him. So I guess he thinks he's our buddy now. I don't know. But anyway. So this is all just kind of background right now. For him, there's not a lot to show. He's all the way down here. So this is just like a curtain and just some shading in the sidelines. So too early. It's too much in early days to show where this is going yet. But there's a lot of solid color right here, like all one color. So I might just kind of fill that in and then, work my way over. Get this all filled in. I haven't quite gotten one page done. I still have just a few bits of confetti to do to get the one page done. So I might do that to at least say I have one page in. And then I have my cross-stitch challenges for the year. So I am doing the monthly challenges for Pain-Free Crafts. I talked about this before. PAINE, Pain-Free Crafts, has a lot of different cross-stitch patterns. And their Facebook group is doing a challenge this year where it's a monthly challenge, but you can meet the challenge every month to be entered into a monthly raffle, and then they have a yearly raffle. So if you have to have a pattern from their store, from her store at Pain-Free Crafts. You can participate at any point in time. So if you missed starting it in December, because this whole event started in December, that's fine. You can still join this month and be eligible for the raffles that take place here on out. You set your own goals. My goal is to do 1,500 stitches on each of my 2 projects. I have 2 projects from her store that are by the artist Chris Dunn. And I've been able to maintain my goal last month and this month, putting 1,500 stitches on both of them. So the first one is Captain Ratbeard, which I really like because a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now is really washed out, just corner colors, and not getting into anything really interesting as far as the stitching goes. But this one has a lot of activity in the corner of the picture already, so it's showing up in the work already. So this is where we're at. So this is like the netting of the ship, and there's a mast of sorts, and then this is a lantern, if you can kind of make that out. That is, I'm going to hopefully finish. I want to try to stitch on this month. I think I finished a whole page, or I'm just shy of it. I might have been just a few stitches shy of completing the whole page. So I'm going to finish this first page, and then I'm going to kind of go down and maybe do a corner. I know with my other one, which I'll show you, I'm working across the whole top. So I try to do something different with each one just to keep it interesting. And this one, I think I'll do a 4 square block to start of that corner. The other one, so this is Captain Ratbeard. Did I say that? Anyway, yeah, this is Captain Ratbeard. And then the other one I'm doing is Bedtime Stories. Both of these I'm hoping to finish and put in my youngest son's bedroom to help spur his fantasy, his imagination. So this is the Bedtime Stories. I have a couple threads here because I'm working around. This is like a picture frame. It's a washed out kind of looking picture frame, but I'm working around the stitches here. So I left my threads here as I was working. This is the end of the page. So I have 2 pages done. And then this is like starting, this is page 3. And that's the end of page 3. So I want to keep those threads there to keep working on it as I make my way over there. I might get done with page 3 or just shy of getting done with page 3 by the time I finish this month of February. I have a good amount of it done already. So, well, I know, okay, let me say, I will definitely get done everything except maybe the inside of the picture frame. So we'll see, but it's starting to get a little more interesting. You see all the branches of the tree, and then this is like a curtain. This is a curtain right here. It goes down. So it's a lot of different browns, but I'm not sick of it yet. I just excited to see it blossoming. So those are the 2 I have for that challenge. And then the other challenge I'm doing is the Full Coverage Fanatics Challenge 21 in 21. So I'm doing 21,000 stitches in the year 2021. I chose to do the Creation of Adam piece that is a mammoth, massive stitching project. I don't even know if I'm going to get to 15% by the time I finish, even with 21,000 stitches. So it's a big boy. But I was hoping to try to do 2,000 stitches a month instead of, I guess the average would have to be 1,750. But I wanted to try to go towards 2,000 in case I had any bad months that I couldn't get it done, kind of pay it forward. But I allotted so many days with each project that I wanted to work on this month, and I just didn't get there. And I think I allotted 3 days, and I just didn't, or maybe 4, but I didn't get there in that time. I can usually try to pull off 400 stitches a night. I might do 500. I might do 400 to 500 stitches a night on a good night without interruption, but not every night's like that. So I got 1,941 stitches done, I think. So I was really close to my 2,000 goal, and I certainly exceeded the 1,750 that I needed to stay on track for this project. But in any case, I have it right here. So right now it's just a whole lot of blue. Oh my goodness, I'm showing you the back. Don't judge me. Okay, here it is. I bet that looks better. Tighten this up. Okay, here we go. So that's where we're at. There is, and what I might do with this, I've talked about this before, there's a huge amount of gray, but it's all like it goes over and then it cuts down across where Adam and God are touching fingers, the E.T. phone home. So I might just do all the gray and then go back into all the color. And here's the reason. Because with Captain Ratbeard, all the activity in the picture is on this side. And then all the blue, like the ocean spray, is on this side. So this is all going to be just gray, white, washed out, just no figures or characters. It's just going to be like a lot of fill in color over there. So I was thinking, while I'm working on the fun side of Captain Ratbeard, I should do the blues and stuff of the creation on this one, so that when I get to the blues of the water spray on this one, I can work on Adam and God and his volley of angels on this one, thinking that I would probably not want to do two projects that are just a bunch of blue shades, that I'd get sick of it. So anyway, that was my master plan. It's probably going to be 3 years, but I have to figure out if it's going to work or not, but that's where we're at. So I think I covered everything that I've worked on this month. There's a couple things I just didn't get to, but it seems to be the way every month because I have too many projects at this point. So anyway, thank you for watching. And I will update you in a month. I don't know, unless you want me to do it weekly. I could try to do it weekly again. Let me know what you think. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.